Hey, my name is Kiechel, and I am a television writer and a WGA captain. And before the strike, I was on a little show for Amazon called Blade Runner 2099. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience there. I took a pay cut to take the job because, as my lawyer said, Amazon's one of the ones that just don't go above minimums. It's really hard to negotiate with Amazon. And I love the showrunner, I love the world, so I said I'll take it. But when I got extended, I put it in my contract that I would be guaranteed to go to production. Besides, I think I figured that would be to their advantage. I knew that my showrunner needed help. I was fast at rewrites, I'm good at crew, I have experience with production in indie film and theater, and I figured, plus I was developing a pilot with Amazon, and so I figured, okay, well, I'm also going to be a showrunner one day with Amazon. Wouldn't they like me to have that experience, to work with their creative executives, to have this in the bag? And 2 days before the strike, I heard that a line producer basically tried to cut me, and was only able not to because I had insisted on that line in my contract. Always put it in writing, folks. That they had assured me that I did not need to put it in my contract, and that they wanted to cut me, and my salary would have basically taken up 0.002% of the show's budget. That's the entire amount of money. This, as Eric says, is a rounding error. It's chump change for Amazon. It doesn't actually make sense. Prime Video is basically a service designed to bring people to Prime to sell onesies and refrigerators. We don't need to make money. That's always what Bezos has said. And so I was confused. And, I asked a producer friend of mine, by the way, I think that who else should unionize are the white-collar workers at Amazon. They're having a very hard time, and come join us. But she said, it's not about money, it's about precedent. And I have been thinking a lot about that word precedent and what it means for us, especially with that Deadline article yesterday. I don't think, when money doesn't make sense, look to power, okay? We've seen how Amazon treats their warehouse employees, seen how they treat their drivers. A successful strike would demonstrate to the rest of this industry, and it would demonstrate to the rest of the employees across all sectors, and would demonstrate to the rest of the country what it could do. What a strike could do, what labor could do, what a union can do, and Amazon cannot have that. They are not coming to the negotiation table because they are scared of what us winning would mean for everyone else. They consider labor a threat that might actually, lead to fair working conditions and reasonable pay. And we can't lose, because this isn't just a fight for writers. It's a fight against big tech, against corporate consolidation. It's a fight against a bunch of tech bros who thought it would be cool to disrupt an industry that was one of the few where you could make a middle-class existence in creative industry. They hollowed out the publishing industry, they destroyed the music industry, and now they're trying to do it here.
Yeah.
But I think, as I look at all of your beautiful faces, I think they've forgotten one thing. LA is a union town. Everything that we have in this city is because we fought for it by withholding our labor. The reason that we have, that we had gaffers had houses in Burbank was because of union power. What we have to do is demonstrate what publishing, what music couldn't show Amazon, what it's like to actually deal with an industry that is made up of people who have the protection and support of unions and solidarity in our guilds and between our guilds and unions. So show them what every studio chief has had to learn since Jack Warner and Louis B. Mayer. LA is a union town, and I believe that we owe it to the future